there's no music in here. Otherwise, I'm going to have to turn it into a voiceover video. All right, first thing you're always going to notice at Rural King is they have this for free. When you first come in, you smell the popcorn and it's amazing and it's free. So I'm definitely going to have some. All right, got our popcorn. It's the best popcorn ever. Hopefully you won't hear me crunching because I am going to be nibbling. All right. One thing about Rural King is they have the most amazing snacks. So many snacks at a good price. So if you like pork rinds or anything like that, these kind of remind me of the things that are at Buc-ee's. These look like the things that are at Buc-ee's, don't they? And their cheese popcorn is hit or miss, really. I've gotten it before and I've actually thrown it away because it was like 3 or 4 months expired. So always check the expiration. I'm not going to get any because that's why. It's not as good as it used to be. And it was really good before and it went downhill. So I'm not going to get their cheese popcorn anymore. All right, the music's really loud in here, so I might have to do a voiceover. Okie dokie. So I'm going to have to do a little voiceover work because the music was blaring in here today. So, no biggie. Checking out everything. I'm going to show you a little bit of everything. They have so much at this place. It's not even funny. It's kind of like sensory overload. But do not buy the popcorn. That orange popcorn I showed you, no. Past couple times I kept taking a chance and got let down every time. So it was nasty. Anyhow, they have, I don't even know where to begin. I did buy some of these. These are called, I think, like, we have, I didn't buy that, but the vanilla peaches, I did buy those. They're in the fridge. Haven't tried them yet, but I'm sure they're amazing. Little apple cider. They have, it's like a hodgepodge of things. It's like a country store on steroids. They even have little baby chicks. Mustard pickles. I thought about getting these for Lewis, but I don't think I did. I did get, like I said, I did get the vanilla peaches. But there was just so much stuff. I could have bought a lot. I could have bought all these things and it would have been great. And the prices are great. But I had to be selective because I think I got these. Did I get these? I think I did get these. Yes, there they go in the cart. So, yeah. I got those because they just looked like they had a whole bunch of yumminess inside the bottle. So, anyhow, I don't know if you guys have a Rural King in your town. I don't know if it's a Florida thing or if it's just all over the place, but we've had ours for a few years. It's kind of changed a little bit over the years. They used to have like little piglets in the back that were so cute, but they don't have the little piggies anymore. But it's a great store. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. They have so many things like I'm showing you right now. Just a lot of nice canned products. And of course they have your staples like your Dots and pretzels. I remember the first time I tried Dots, I couldn't believe how amazing they were. And now they have so many flavors to choose from, but Dots are my jam. They're good. They're really good. These, what are these called? Yeah, hold on a second. What are those called? The pork rinds. I'm not a huge fan of pork rinds, but pistachios, definitely a fan of. Definitely a fan of those. And I don't mind if you have to shell them yourself. It's not a big deal. This is great for kids, like if for preschool, for just little kids, because it doesn't have the kernels. So the puffed corn is like a popcorn. These are probably amazing. Look at all that cheese. I do want to show you. I can see them from here. I can see them. We bought them and they were amazing. There they are right there. The stubs. Oh, the sticky sweet barbecue flavored cheese curls. Wow. They were so good. I should have got like 3 bags. I need to go back and get more. But I tried them and I couldn't believe how good they were. They almost kind of like melted in your mouth. The Lewis came in that night when he was getting to go to bed. He's like, hey, he goes, those cheese curl thingies. He's like, I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh my gosh, they're so good. And he's just like, wow, those are so good. So I really wish I had gotten more of them. Excuse me. But I will be going back to get more. I didn't know how good they were. So there was no way knowing until we tasted them. But it's hard to explain how good they were. Very savory. It was a very savory, slightly crunchy, melt in your mouth experience with the puffs. But I wish I'd gotten more. So, but yeah, I'm checking out all the rubs here. They have so many of these kind of barbecue cooking rubs to choose from. All these seasonings, there's just so many to choose from. I could have grabbed one of everything, but so much to choose from. Bone sucking sauce. I know we have this already. I think Lewis already bought that. And pig's ass rub. I think we have that too. So anyhow, all right. So let's keep on going and see what else we got. Alrighty. Got more of the barbecue sauce. There was really so much to choose from. I mean, dips, sauces, marinades. I didn't buy any barbecue sauce because we already have plenty, but they had so much to choose from. Tony Roma's. There used to be a Tony Roma's where we live. Long time ago. It was Tony Roma's in a hotel. And if we wanted to splurge, which it was splurging back then, to go get some baby back ribs at Tony Roma's, that was a big deal, but it was so good. So wish Tony Roma's was around still. All right, they had a good selection of different sausages, different beef jerky. They had a mini wall of jerky. Like Buc-ee's has the big, I've heard, wall of jerky, but they had a mini wall of jerky, and they had just packages of the different flavored sausages. Looked like they needed to restock a little bit, but they did have a decent amount of the jerky. I used to love it, but I'm not that into it anymore. If I'm going to eat beef jerky, I like it to be really soft. So I found like the Jack Link's is the softest beef jerky, and I can just get that at Walmart. They also had these big bags of peanuts and the shell, 80 ounces for like $6. I think that's a great deal. They had salted, they had some with no salt, and they had a ton in stock, which was really nice. So if you're the type of person who likes to, sit, I've seen people sit with just a big old, bucket of these and chill them and eat them. There used to be a restaurant, I can't remember the name, but it was like a Texas type, restaurant where you could sit at your table and they'd give you the big bucket of these peanuts and you could just eat them and throw the shells on the ground. They stopped doing that though. I don't know why. Maybe just somebody complained. Who knows? But yeah, I thought that was fun doing that. So some whole cashews. Yum. My grandfather used to love cashews. He would get like the can of them, like the Planters. Planters was like a big deal, 30, 40 years ago. He didn't really share them very often. The peanuts he didn't really, but I remember he really liked cashews. Got some nice country type trail sweet mix here. Lewis used to eat that a lot, but he hasn't bought it much lately. We used to get the individual bags of that, but they had a ton of stuff. And then there's the popcorn area. Yes, I did buy some of this. Absolutely. If you do buy it, just give it a good shake. Cook your popcorn, sprinkle it over it, shake it up a little bit more, sprinkle some more on, salt it a little bit, and it was like close to movie theater popcorn to me. Very good. I've had it twice. If you have your own popper, they have the big bags here also. The Rural King Tender and White, the mushroom popcorn. They have the different types of popcorn, which I thought, yeah, there it is right there. I've been nibbling on that the whole time. It's so good. And then they also have like the oil, the butter oil you can cook it in that I think might be what gives it that yellow color. And they do have that yellow oil here. Yeah, it's right there to the right. the cooking oil. So I think that might be what gives it the more yellow color. But I don't have a popper. Here it is, the buttery popping oil. So I didn't get that just because I don't pop it. I guess you could just pop it in a pan. So, but I didn't get that. But they did have a ton of popcorn to choose from. So I was happy. All right. Because this is the Rural King. I don't know if this is the popcorn that they use to pop the popcorn that they give you. I don't think it is. I think that right there is Jiffy popcorn. I remember asking a while back, and one of the employees told me it was Jiffy. So I've bought Jiffy before and popped it, but I think that orange oil is the key ingredient. And you got Jiffy Pop. I mean, who doesn't remember Jiffy Pop, where you pop it on your... Now that was a big deal, the Jiffy Pop, and it puffs open the big silver dome. That was a big deal back in the day when we were younger. If you got Jiffy Pop, that was a good day. It was, I don't know, it was a pain in the butt to make, but it was fun. Like the excitement of when it first starts, like pop, 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 and then the thing just starts to grow and get all big and silver, and it was exciting. Then you cut it open the top with a knife, and the steam just comes out, and the smell, oh, it's so good. And they got a little like slit in the top where the little smell will start creeping out as you're cooking it. It was so, and you can hear the butter like sizzling right before it pops. Good memories of childhood. It was so good. But buy one get one 50% off. Lots of gummies, sour gummies, sweet gummies. If you like gummies, they had gummies, and more gummies. So many to choose from. Lily kind of likes gummies. I'm not a big fan, but I do like these. These caramel creams. I remember when I was a kid, I didn't really like the caramel. I would just pop open the middle part with the white part. I would just eat just that part. And of course, circus peanuts. Those things are amazing. All right. Here's just your basic gummies. But they had gummies, and more gummies. So if you like gummies, hit your Rural King. These looked really good. I love anything that's watermelon flavored. So I was tempted to get those, but I did not. Saltwater taffy. They did have some saltwater taffy also, which I like. Sour blockheads, not so much, but they did have saltwater taffy. There's a place in Daytona Beach that you can get. There's like a little shop on the boardwalk that has saltwater taffy, and it's really, really good. There's some right there. But yeah, I do like saltwater taffy, just especially if it has to be, soft. I don't like it to be like hard. It has to be really like soft. Circus peanuts are also good as long as they're fresh and they're not hard and they're still soft and you can kind of squish them. Circus peanuts are yummy. These, not so much. Not a fan of those at all. Peppermint Starlights. I remember like when I was a kid, like if you swallow them by accident, those and the butterscotch hard candy, I don't ever eat those. And I didn't let my kids eat them either. Excuse me. Because I remember swallowing like one of those butterscotch ones once and it was not fun. Not even a little bit. Licorice. Not a big fan of licorice. Not unless it's chocolate or strawberry. They did have some watermelon and some like raspberry flavored. But I wasn't really tempted. Unless it's chocolate or the raspberry or strawberry. Not a fan. They did have a good amount of the chocolates in the bag, but some of them just weren't looking very good. I do love a good bridge mix, but their clusters and their caramels did not look very good to me. There wasn't a good amount in the bag, and I just didn't like the way it looked. Like, see, they're kind of, I don't know, look at them. They're kind of, I don't know. I wasn't going to pull the trigger on those. But there's so much. Look how much there is to choose from. Goodness. Yeah, see, here's the clusters and stuff. I just didn't think they looked good. Look, see? No. Nope. I will stick with Russell Stover's for the clusters. Russell Stover's is my jam. So, yeah. But no, these did not look good. Not look good at all. All right. Got your Jawbreakers. These, I used to love these peanut butter bars. In fact, I probably should have grabbed those. Peppermints? No, not so much. Root beer barrels, not too bad. But they literally have something for everyone here. Especially if say you're going to like the movies or something and you want to bring a big bag of candy with you and share. Yes. So anyhow, they did have some cookie mixes. They have like a hodgepodge area where they just have a little bit of this and that. Hey, this and that. Moon pies, yes. These are so good. And I always check expiration dates on everything too, just to make double sure it's not old. There's another video I have coming out. I went to Ollie's and I checked the expiration dates there, and some of them were a little bit iffy. But, injectables. If you haven't done an injectable in the meat when you're cooking it, try it. It's delicious. Especially your turkey. Excuse me. Big bags of cereal, which I'm not really into. These I'll eat in a pinch. They're not bad. They remind me of, like, when I was younger. We had instant mashed potatoes a lot. But, yeah, we have those, like, in our pantry. We have some of those. Brawny, absolutely. Love my man Brawny. This is the only kind of paper towel that I use. Usually get it at Publix, though, when it's BOGO. So I'll wait till it is buy one get one free at Publix and pass on this for now. Had some pickling flavors. I guess that's what this is. I've never done canning or pickling before. Just not my thing. But if it is your thing, they did have supplies at Rural King with you in mind. They had a lot of flavors and they had a lot of canning supplies, as you can see. But I've just, I don't know, been afraid to do it. I have a pressure cooker that I think you can do it in, but I've just always kind of been a little leery of it. But look at these flavors. I mean, they had some great flavors. Kind of making me hungry just looking at all the pictures on the packages. But yeah. So let's see. They do have like a hodgepodge of stuff, like I said. But these right here, these marshmallow charms, Lucky Charms. You used to pull the Lucky Charms out of the bag, the little marshmallow things. Well, somebody caught on to you. Marshmallow Charms, the whole bag of just that part. Of just the Lucky Charm, like, marshmallow things. I bought them once, and we never really ate them. So, here's some of the freeze-dried candy. I don't know if I like it or not. I'm always afraid I'm going to break a tooth. But it's really cool because they freeze-dry, like, a lot of your favorite candies. And it's kind of cool. They can freeze-dry, pretty much any candy. But they did have a selection. I actually was surprised to see the freeze-dried candy there. It kind of caught me, where I was like, oh, they have freeze-dried candy. That's kind of cool. But I didn't buy any. So, anyhow. Lots of spices. Lots and lots of spices. I thought these were dips at first. The kind of dips you buy and mix with, like, sour cream and mayonnaise. But they weren't. I was kind of bummed when I saw it was just spices. But I love, like, the dip mixes you get. Like, if you go to, like, a downtown market or, like, a like the fairs and stuff, and there's someone selling the dip mix. I did buy these for Lewis. It's still sitting unopened in the closet, but I'm sure he'll get to them at some point. He is a chocolate chip snob connoisseur. He loves his chocolate chip cookies, but he really likes, like, homemade type cookies, like the kind you get, like, at a restaurant or a bakery. But I grabbed those because I'm like, what the heck? He can give them a shot and see if he likes them. But they're still unopened. Of course, Tate's. Yeah, I love Tate's. I love the crunchy Tate's cookies. Haven't eaten them a lot lately, but the chocolate chip is my favorite. So good. All right. Let's see what else we can find. Oh, I did buy the Brawny. Did I buy the Brawny? I guess I did. I can't even remember. Oh, I guess I bought it. So maybe the price was comparable to the BOGO at Publix. Sorry about my cat feeder. You might be able to hear it in the background. It goes off every day at 3 o'clock. All right, we're over by the pet area. They used to have like a veterinarian office in this Rural King, and I actually liked it because their prices were really, really good. And during COVID, they closed. Here's the thing. They closed without notice. We couldn't get our animals' records. It was just, we showed up and it was like closed. That was it. They've never come back. 3 years later, it's still up there to the right or the left. I'll show you. But they just closed the doors and closed it up, and nobody noticed. We all had to find another place to go. Didn't have our records. Didn't get to enjoy the lower prices. Look at this. I hate to see the dog that's going to chew on that. It's like, it's huge. But the dog that does get that bone is probably a very happy dog because it probably tastes really good. $9 for that sucker. I did used to get chews here when we had our dog Abby. We rehomed Abby just because he went after Snickers one day, and that's all it took for me. One strike, you're out. He went after her pretty hard for some reason, and but we found Abby a great home. And Snickers has gone home over the Rainbow Bridge since then. Here is Country Critters, Pleasures of the Door, closed. Just closed. Really got me mad. Got a lot of us mad. But there was a grooming area. They did grooming, and it was a veterinarian office. You could go in there and someone had brought their pig. I remember someone brought their pig in once that had surgery. And you know when animals wake up from surgery, they just lay them on the floor. Hopefully you knew that. But when your animal wakes up from surgery, if it's a bigger dog, they just lay them on the floor to wake up so they don't hurt themselves. Because sometimes they shake and they can just thrash around a little bit when they wake up from anesthesia. So they lay them on the floor. So I saw the pig that was coming out from anesthesia just laying on the dang floor, and the Country Critters right there. I'm like, what the heck? And they're like, oh yeah, it's just coming out anesthesia and just a big pig on the floor, which was pretty cool. I wanted to pet the pig really bad, but it was a big black pot belly pig just laying there, waking up from its surgery. Got bird feeders. They got bird feeders. They have so much stuff in the store. A lot of cute stuff. I was looking for actually a bat feeder, but I couldn't find one. All right, they have a pretty decent selection, as good as any pet store I've ever seen, of their harnesses and bridles and blankets for horses, and just and the prices are really good. I'm not familiar with all the tools that come with horses, but I know a lot of these are for horses, and they have a lot. Ocala is, if you don't know, Ocala is the horse capital of the world. We have the new World Equestrian Center that's, multi-billion-dollar World Equestrian Center now in Ocala. They're actually building a hotel out there. We're getting a Buc-ee's next year that will be kind of near that area. But we are the horse capital of the world. I can't remember the name of the horse, but the last, I think, Triple Crown was raised and trained in Florida and went on to win the Triple Crown. I just can't think of its name, but horses are a big deal in Ocala, especially if you go more west. You're going to see more people there because a lot of the horse ranches and stuff are out west, in the neighborhoods out west. So, but yeah, horse capital of the world. But Rural King, they are in here a lot getting things. And there's more tack stores, feed and tack stores out in West Ocala towards that area, where there's not as many in town. So, sunflower seeds, gotta love them at their shelled. More gummies. Chocolate covered pretzels. Yep, good stuff. All right, gonna head on over to the chickie area. Can you hear them tweeting? Chickens, turkeys. They're really cute. I mean, they're probably being raised not as pets, but I still wanted to show you because they used to have pigs also in this little area over here, and a few other different types of animals. But they just had such a sweet little chirpy sound. Very cute. Under the little heat lamp to keep them warm. I don't know which ones are the turkeys and which ones are the chickens. These look like little chickens. Maybe the first ones are the turkeys. Just hopping around. Just in time for Easter. Chicks. Enough of the chicks. Tools. Now it's time for some tools. They have a lot of tools. Lots of tools for the dudes. Like I said, this store has a lot to offer. A lot to offer. I'm surprised I don't come here more often. I remember coming here when COVID first hit, and before it was really... When I first heard a little ping about it, I said to Liz, I'm like, I feel like we should buy some masks. I have a feeling the masks are all going to be gone like in a couple weeks. And it was the N90 whatever 5 masks, and then you could get them for like, here you could get them like $4. And we bought a couple, boxes of them. A couple weeks later, my mom paid $80 on I think eBay or Amazon. $80. $80 for the same box. We had bought, 2 or 4, however many we bought. I think we bought 2 here and we bought 2 at Lowe's. She paid $80. Anyhow. But we won't talk about that whole story. Well, we just did, but we won't talk about it anymore. But anyhow, I remember being in here when that started and just thinking, why don't we just grab some masks? I think they're going to be gone or more expensive soon. And they were. Anyhow, they have some cute clothes. Nice brands. They have higher end brands. They have Carhartt. Carhartt is a higher end, more rustic brand. Of course, I do reselling also. I always pick up Carhartt. Even if it's a ball cap, a pair of socks, I grab Carhartt. Jackets are what I'm always looking for. But I'll buy anything. I'll thrift source anything that's Carhartt. But this is full price Carhartt here. But I love that label. I always look for that label. I found I think it was at a thrift store? I don't remember where I got, but I got 2. And you can sell Carhartt jackets used and not in good shape, and people will still buy them. But I found a brand new one with tags, and I found one that was, like pretty like used and had some stains. They both sold quickly for a good price. I think I went to it was at that big church yard sale I always go to, the indoor church yard sale. I got them each for $1. The new one I got them for $1. I don't remember what I sold them for, but I think they at least sold for between $45 and $60 each. Even the dirty one. So Carhartt, if you see it at a garage sale, a thrift store, as long as there's not, pit stains or tears like that, but grab it. Grab it. I see some Lodge cast iron. I love cooking with cast iron. Love it. I actually grabbed one of these for Jordan. He had one. He misplaced it. I don't know where it went. The big, I think 15-inch skillet with this one right here. So I just went ahead and grabbed him another one and gave it to him. So I'm not giving him mine, that's for sure. But I have several. So I grabbed him the big 15-inch. He was grateful. And that's the 12-inch. I think I grabbed the 15-inch, the bigger one. But I love cast iron, cooking with cast iron, because you can put it right in the oven. It's great stuff. All right, of course they have the big old mugs that are popular. Love like Jesus. Well, yes, of course. They had a lot of inspirational type mugs here, or cups. Stanley type cups. Some of them were probably Stanley cups. I didn't look that hard. I like this one, but I don't need any more of these. I don't have any more room for them, but it's hard to not keep buying them when you find cool ones with just neat messaging and just neat designs. And then they had just the plain solid color ones for people who just like, they don't like any kind of, signage or any kind of logos on theirs. But they had a bunch. I think they were $20. And the plain ones were, I think, $10. Yeah, these right here were $10. So I'm over by the sporting area, headed towards, well, this is the gun area. I didn't want to film too much in this area, but this is where you get your guns, your ammo, and whatnot. Your freedom seeds, pew pew. Get your freedom seeds over here. Cute hats. Not a really hat wearer. I'll wear a ball cap now and then, but even at the beach, I'm not really into the hats. I thought these were Hey Dudes at first, but they were a different brand. But they have lots of boots, work boots, cowboy boots, all types of footwear here. Tons. This is where Lewis gets his like work boots and better type boots. But he hasn't been here in a while because the boots that he buys are good boots and they last. But they had some cute, look, these red ones were kind of neat. I already have one pair. Yeah, I know they're cute. Keep moving. Talking to myself. Keep moving, girl. Lots of boots. But Lewis took Lily and I don't know, a couple years back and got us both a pair of nice boots at like an actual boot type store. Don't need that. Have plenty of towels. Working my way towards the checkout. If you lasted this long in the video, thank you. I love doing store tours though. Ooh, a boot dryer. I've heard about those. But this is a big, look at this thing. This place is big. I think I was here at least an hour, hour and a half just walking around. Dirty hands, clean money. I could have spent easily hundreds of dollars in here, but I kept my cool. Especially over in the Carhartt area. Tons of jeans. Look at all the jeans they have here. Look at the denim. They got your Wranglers and just your real jeans. You're not your fancy jeans. Just good old fashioned jeans. And of course, your belt buckles. Nice belt buckles. I always look for belt buckles when I'm thrifting also. Like sterling silver and just, yeah, I love to pick up belt buckles because they're easy to ship, they're easy to list, and they always sell. Montana silversmiths. And some more jeans. Alright, gonna work my way up towards the front. Please like and subscribe, it helps me out. Thank you to my new subscribers, and if you've been subscribed for a while, thank you, thank you, thank you. But yes, please like and subscribe, it helps us out. Sends us out helps with the algorithm. Oh, there's my finger. Gift cards. All right. Anyhow, take care and thanks so much.